Welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. This is Sophie. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so happy to have you. I hope you enjoy this reading. If you do, please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment below letting me know how everything is working with you and your journey. If you are returning, I am so excited to have you back. Thank you so much for returning. I am so grateful for your love and support. This is going to be a reading for Libra for the remainder of January 2019. It is general, so whatever messages come out will be read accordingly, okay? Love, career, finance, whatever, however the chips fall, we will read them accordingly. So this is for Libra for the remainder of January 2019. Let's see. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Jupiter. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance, reaching a middle ground. Maybe there's a situation here that you've been very patient with. If you're in a romantic relationship, you might be trying to blend two things that don't typically mix, right? Going for something synergistic, something where the whole makes up something greater than the individuals. Okay. So currently in the Seven of Pentacles energy, crossed by the Ace of Pentacles, feeling the Hanged Man, thinking Judgment. In the past, Queen of Pentacles, coming in the Seven of Cups. Seeing yourself, Libra, as the Page of Pentacles. In the environment, death. Fear is the King of Pentacles. Potential outcome, Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Huh. Okay. We'll clarify. No problem. We're good. Okay. So let me just take a look here. So right off the bat, Libra, there's something here you've been waiting on, something you've been watching for quite some time. This could be both romantic and career. So with the Seven of Pentacles, you've been working very hard on something and you've been watching it grow. You've planted the seeds for something. This could be in a relationship. You might have been putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort into a relationship with somebody, and you've been very patient. Again, with the Temperance, it's been all about patience. And crossing it is this Ace of Pentacles. So there's this temptation almost to leave what you've been working for this promise of a new beginning. This promise of something better. It's almost this sense of being tired of waiting and not being sure if you really want to see what happens with these pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles tells me that someone here has offered you a new opportunity. And so you were thinking about leaving either the current job that you're at, the current career that you're at, the current course of study that you're at. You might be finding fulfillment in something else or in another relationship. Someone else, if you're in a romantic relationship, you are being offered a commitment by someone who shows more promise, or someone who you've known who you've known to be a fairly trustworthy person, someone who differs from your significant other, the person that you're still in a committed relationship with, or someone who you are currently seeing how things turn out with. They show more promise of stability. Whatever it is the person that you're with is lacking, this other person provides, and it's filling you with this sense of, do I want to continue waiting? Do I want to continue putting work into this thing? Or do I want to try for something new? Because in your head, you are thinking about a judgment. You're not sure whether to revive something that was in the past not enough, or in the past has ended. Maybe you were waiting. The Seven of Pentacles could be anything. Maybe the passion died down, and so that's been over for a while, and you don't know if you're going to want to try to revive that passion with the person that you're with, or if you just want to start over with somebody new. Make the decision to put that to rest and just begin a new cycle with somebody else. And in your heart, you've been in the Hanged Man. Whatever it is that you're trying to decide, it's weighing heavily on your heart. You're not sure what to do with this feeling. It's almost like you know that you don't want what's happening here, but the uncertainty of what this new offer brings is enough to make you think twice. Because what you have may not be fulfilling, but it's stable enough. It's predictable enough. Almost like the devil that you know is better than the devil that you don't. So it's almost like you're not sure whether or not to take the risk. In the recent past, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be Libra. Maybe you became a mom. Maybe you share a baby with this partner. You know, maybe you guys have a family, because we do have also the King of Pentacles in the fear. But in the past, it could also be if you are, let's just go back to career for a moment. You're hesitating on this potential acceptance of a new career change or a new job change. You could have recently come into this new sense of stability, right? So maybe the job, the career that you're in isn't exactly the most fulfilling, but you know what? It has been helping you pay the bills and then some. You've been feeling very stable. Maybe you've been given a management position where you're at, and it's providing a level of, you're feeling very accomplished in a way that you were hoping to, just in a different setting. But you're feeling very confident, and you're feeling very, you're feeling like you're able to provide. It's providing a lot of comforts for you. If this is a relationship, however, you have recently come into a sense of stability for your own self. You've been able to, kind of love yourself to a point where stability isn't really, you're not looking for stability in someone else. You are very stable on your own. You know how to manage your time, how to manage your money. So it's not that you want this new opportunity for stability, for money, but they are offering you a type of commitment that's different than what you have been settling for, is what it seems like. Coming in, again, there's this Seven of Cups. There's a confusion. There's this sense of having multiple options, a lot of options. If you are in a career-wise, you could be looking at different job offers. Maybe the job that you have currently is providing what you want in terms of abundance, but in terms of happiness, not so much. And you have these other cups that are coming to you, these other options that can provide happiness for you in a way that this one cannot, and you're not really sure. There's like this veil. You feel like you're not really seeing the truth behind each cup. Each cup looks appealing. Each option looks appealing, but you're not sure if what you're seeing is really what's there, and so you're afraid of making the wrong choice. Because you see yourself as someone who's very studious, as someone who wants to increase their skills in something, someone who's eager to learn. But in the environment, we have this death. We've got this desire to transform something. So whether that's what you're currently doing in terms of business and transforming it into a home business, or wanting to expand what you've got into something that allows you more flexibility, there's this sense of some impending ending. So maybe you're wondering if maybe you're tempted to leave what you currently have because you get this sense that people are getting laid off. And so while you are pretty sure you won't be next, you can't know for sure. Something along those lines. But there's a sense of, in the environment, there's this transformation. Maybe even within yourself. Maybe you are changing. Maybe originally in this career, in this job, this was something that you truly wanted from the get. And now with time, you are realizing, you know what, I want more. I don't want to settle for this this career, this job, because I've maxed out my intellect. I've maxed out the learning curve. Now I'm just doing the same stuff every day, and I'm tired. I'm a student. I enjoy increasing my skill set. I enjoy becoming better and better at something every day. But I've reached my max, and now I want to learn more. I want to change my field of expertise. The fear is that you'll never get to that point. The fear is that you won't get past to where you are. Maybe you are an assistant manager and you want to be head manager. Maybe right now you are, the head manager for a corporation, but you want to be the CEO. You want to be the owner. Something along those lines. You're afraid, though, that you're going to make the wrong decision and you're going to be left out in the cold. Right? Also, on the flip side, if you're in a relationship, you've been putting a lot of hard work into the relationship that you're in, right? You've gotten better at the tools of the trade. There are certain things that make a good relationship work. And while it may lack a certain amount of passion or a certain amount of affection, you have put a lot of time into it, and you become a better version of yourself by trying to work on this relationship with this person. But there's this sense of transforming, having this difference now of what you want. There might even be this sense that in some ways the relationship is actually over, or it's lessons that you were learning out of this relationship have run their course. You've learned everything you needed to learn, and now you're not really developing more into the person that you see yourself becoming, or vice versa with the person that you're with. Maybe you now are at a point where you want to travel and see the world, or you want to, you want to get into different hobbies, or there are things that you want to do to expand the relationship. There are things that you want to do to increase the depth of your relationship. Maybe you want to start doing things together, or you want to start having children. Maybe there are some really big conversations you guys have been having, that you realize they actually don't want after all. But you've gotten to a point where it almost feels like the relationship is done, and you're seeing the possibilities elsewhere. Someone may have offered you potential somewhere else. This King of Pentacles, your fear might be that this King of Pentacles, with the Five of Pentacles, there might be a King of Pentacles. If this is the person that you're with, you might be afraid that they are the one for you, and that by leaving them, you're actually going to be left out in the cold. You're going to have made a mistake, and you're going to feel isolated and alone, and you're going to have this sense of lack, like maybe you should have stayed behind. But Libra, if you feel like this in the first place, I know you've been patient, and you've had all these options, and you've been given this opportunity to expand, and whether it's career or whether it's in a relationship, you've been given opportunity to really explore how you can become happier, essentially. If you feel like there's something lacking already, then you are already in this Five of Pentacles. There's no, that's the potential outcome, but I feel like that's what you're currently going through. Queen of Cups. You might be lacking a lot of emotion. A lot of, whether it's emotional satisfaction within a career or emotional satisfaction and happiness within a relationship. I see both. So let's clarify this really quickly for our Libras, please. Very patient. Libras, you have been very, very patient, but it's time now that you really consider the roots of the issue. If you are outgrowing your current life, there's nothing wrong with wanting more. Playing it safe. There was I can't even remember the exact quote. Six of Pentacles. Put that on the side. I can't remember the exact quote, but it says, "The wealthiest place on earth are cemeteries, because along with the people who died, so did their dreams." There's a wealth of dreams that never saw the light. Libra, life is short. Life is really short, and you deserve to be happy, Libra. You really, really do. You have spent a lot of time. You know it. You've spent a lot of time nurturing and growing this thing. And if it's not, it's okay to look at it and realize that the fruits that are coming from it were not the ones that you wanted. That's okay. You can move on, and you can find happiness somewhere else. That doesn't make you a bad person. Okay? You're just growing. We all do. That's okay. So you've got the Seven of Swords on top of the Seven of Pentacles. So there's this, currently you're feeling like waiting has really been a waste of time. Because while the Seven of Swords could be a cheating energy, in this particular deck, it indicates futility. So there's, you've been fighting, you've been doing what you can in order to see this to completion, but it's staying right here at the Seven of Pentacles. It's staying right there. You're watching it grow and you're crossing your fingers, and every day you're biding your time and you're like, any day now it'll become what I want it to. Any day now it'll become what I want it to. And the truth is, it really is not. Every day it's staying exactly the same. You are growing and it is not growing with you. Whether that's your career or the relationship that you're in, it is not expanding at the same rate that you are. And while you have been patient, you are feeling right now like the patience is really not paying off, because you also have crossing this, the Ace of Pentacles. So someone is offering you some type of partnership, some type of cooperation. If this is career, you're looking at a promise for not only a new job, but one that offers you more teamwork, that offers you more give and take. This sense of, right, with the Six of Pentacles, more success, more perhaps like a promotion or raise, something that has a better workplace than where you are currently. Maybe where you are, it pays you well, but your coworkers suck. Something like that, where the Ace of Pentacles is this promise to work as a team, is the promise to acknowledge each other for their specialties. You are an expert in the field that you're in, Libra. You work very hard and to perfect what it is that you do, and you want to be recognized for it. You want to feel like your skill set is contributing to the greater whole. And there's nothing wrong with that. And it looks like you've been really waiting to see if someone else in your job, in your career, will recognize you for what you bring to the table, but they're not really. And so you have this other offer that's coming in that's saying, yeah, well, we will just leave. And you're not really sure if that's the right move. And if this is a relationship, you have this offer, this commitment that basically whatever it is that you bring to the table, Libra, this person is willing to match it. They're willing to be a team player. They're willing to put in as much as you do, which is extremely important, because right now it feels like maybe you're putting in a lot more than you're getting back. You feel disappointed by what you're getting back. It almost feels like, it's just so stagnant. Like, why are you still here? Right? Because in your heart, you've got the Hanged Man, you're staying in place. When really you just want to move. You want to move, you want to expand. With the Eight of Wands, you want to communicate, you want to expand, you want to move. Eight of Wands is very fast energy. It's lightning fast, and you want to move. Whether you want to move literally, you want to travel, and the person you're with is very happy staying where they are, but in your heart space, you're feeling very like you want the download to come in. You're waiting for a download. You're waiting for the answer, as if there is an answer. Like, you feel so guilty for wanting more than what you have, because you're thinking, well, I should be grateful for what I have, right? I am grateful. I've put in so much time and this person has tried so hard for me. And you feel so guilty because you want to move. You want to move fast. You want to move forward. But it's not. Like, you're waiting for this download, and there is no download. You have the information you need. And for as long as you decide that you don't want to make the decision, you're gonna keep staying here. There is no download. You have the answer already. In your head, you know it. There's this sense of not being sure whether you want to try even more to transform this thing that has been stagnant for a while, or if you want to just put it to rest, make the final decision and say, you know what, I think I'm okay, I'll move on. Again, yeah, with the Two of Wands, you have a decision. I get the feeling that you already know what you want to do, Libra. You know what you want to do, and the question really is, am I ready to make that decision? Because there's a fear of lack. There's a fear of lack. Where you're staying right now is because you're afraid that you'll make the wrong choice. In the past, you had the Queen of Pentacles, very stable. That's exactly. So if you are in a career, you just recently became very stable. Maybe it took you a long time to get the job, the promotion that you recently got, or the job that you've been waiting for. You waited forever for this job, and it was like a dream job for you, and you finally got it. It was finally offered to you, and then you realized after a while, like, this is actually not what I wanted at all. It provides you with the stability, this completion of a first step. Maybe you're fresh out of a licensing program, straight out of college, whatever it is, some type of apprenticeship, and you finally, became recognized for being a professional in that field, and now you want more. Even though you're stable, that's okay. Even, stability will be there when your work is there. There's nothing wrong either with going slow, but as long as you're moving forward, I feel like maybe you want to go a lot faster than you need to as well. you want to just move quickly, but you can take it step by step. Like, you can keep this job and then apply for other jobs and not move out of this one until you get a new one. And you know what, Libra, if you get a new job and decide to quit the one that you have, if you leave it on good terms and you move to this new job and you find out it's really not that great after all, you might be able to go back, but you'll never know. Dealing with mediocre is mediocre is easy to do. It's finding the extraordinary that's hard, but it's worth it. You can find mediocre in this job, in the next job, in the next job, right? If mediocre is what you want, that's easy. But it might be better to just take the risk, because if you're mediocre here, maybe the next job you get is going to be even more mediocre. Maybe not. Maybe it's the best, but at least, if you stay where you are, you'll know what you're going to keep getting. And it doesn't seem to be making you very happy at all. If this is a relationship, you definitely just recently got into this relationship and you guys just finally built some type of very strong foundation together. Sorry about that, guys. Whoa. Yeah, so maybe if you're in a relationship, maybe you and this person had just recently got into something extremely stable and you feel kind of guilty because you guys put a lot of time and a lot of effort into how strong this foundation is. Maybe you guys recently moved in together and you started talking about family plans or, future career plans, what they would look like if you guys got married and, if you bought a house together and the whole thing. There's this relationship that you recently got into and it's just you are wanting more. And you're looking at the direction you guys are moving into and it's not what you want. And you've been very patient and you've been communicating your ideas, but the person that you're with doesn't see the same thing. And so you're not sure whether to put it to rest and say, you know what, this isn't working for me, or if you should just continue on with the pace, even though it's a lot slower than you want, and settle for this because it is more stable in the long run. You think, at least you think, right? Coming in, you've got the Seven of Cups, this confusion, but you need to make a choice here. Coming in, you realize that that while you are unsure and kind of confused and you have a lot of options and you're not sure which one to pick, you are going to pick something. You are going to charge towards something. It looks like this month you're going to find the resolve within to move forward and make a decision. Ready or not, you're going to move forward. Because you see yourself as changing. Exactly. You're the Page of Pentacles. You're changing your skill set. You're always looking to improve yourself. You want to learn a new skill, or you want to, you feel like you maybe in this relationship you've maxed out your potential with this person and you're changing. The Two of Pentacles, it's the ebb and the flow, right? You have your high times and your low times. And while things are changing all the time between you and this person or within this job, change is natural. You are changing very drastically within. You have decided most of all that you are outgrowing your life, essentially, right, Libra? You're essentially outgrowing your life. You're transforming. That's why in the environment you've got death. You've got Five of Cups. You might be feeling kind of grief-stricken, kind of, you almost feel kind of betrayed by your own soul, by your own heart. You almost feel like that you're outgrowing this life, and that you're transforming, and that you want more for yourself, and you see this vision of who you can become, who you are in the future. 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you have this goal version of yourself that you're like staring at them straight in the eyes, and what it's gonna take for you to become that person, and you almost feel betrayed that in order to get there you have to let people down, or you have to go back on your word, or there are cups here that have been spilled. But you have to remember that while you are feeling terribly about the cups that have spilled, maybe you feel like you spilled them, you have these other cups in your vicinity, these cups that are a promise to you. You have the Two Cups, right? Let me see here. She's looking at 2 cups and the 3 have floated away, right? So here she actually is looking at the 2 cups. The other 3, she feels bad. She feels bad. Maybe they fell over because she was doing something innocent and she tipped them out, and now they've emptied out into the water in front of her and they're floating away. But she's looking at the 2 cups here, and the 2 cups doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be, right? It totally can be. Maybe you have in the environment, you have the potential for a new romance with somebody who is as ambitious as you or wants the same things that you do. But maybe as well, with the 2 cups, helps you have this self-love. Maybe you realize that in order to be the person you aspire to be, the person who you have that vision of her just so clear in your mind, right? You can see who that person is, Libra. Like that future you can see her. You shake hands with her. You look at her in the mirror every morning. You see her. You breathe her, you dream of her. And that's who you want to become, and you're transforming into her. And you almost feel disappointed, almost betrayed by your own heart, that in order to do that, these are the things you need to do. But have faith, be hopeful, because you can have a very strong self-love for yourself, and that is what's going to carry you through this transformation. You have to trust in the process. Spirit has plans greater than you have for yourself, and you have to realize that if this feels meant to be, if this feels transformative in a way that is out of your control, it's probable that it is out of your control, and this is exactly the way you're supposed to be going. No matter how bad it feels, if you feel like you're betraying your own self, that's because the urge is so strong that it's sent from the divine. It's sent from spirit. Your guardian angels are trying to veer you. They're forcing you in a direction that you haven't been looking at before, because you were really just trying really hard to settle for less, because it's more comfortable. But now something is happening in your environment where you're like, I can't anymore. I can't turn a blind eye. I need more. I need space to grow. I need to fulfill my heart finally. And there's nothing wrong with that. This goes for career as well. Career and love, both. A lot of things are changing, and you want fulfillment. And in order to do that, certain things need to change. Your fear is the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so the fear is that if this is a career, your fear is that you're gonna be losing out. You're gonna be losing out on this wealth. You're gonna be losing out on, maybe you're promised a promotion soon, and you're afraid that if you leave now, you're gonna miss out on the riches that you want, but it's gonna be at the expense of what? Like you're not gonna love what you do. You're not gonna love what you do, and right now that's what's really hurting you. But you're afraid that if you go for any one of these other options, you're gonna basically reduce your odds of really hitting the jackpot. But this is your decision, Libra. It's whatever you want. I mean, for you, what does the Five of Pentacles look like? Does that look like a monetary loss, or does that look like an emotional loss? Does the Five of Pentacles feel like looking at your bank account and not seeing 10 grand a month? Or does the Five of Pentacles feel like looking at 10 grand a month but waking up every morning at 5 a.m. for a job that you hate? What does the Five of Pentacles look like to you? And ask yourself and make your decision based on what attracts more love into your life rather than lack. Do not make your decision based off of lack. That is going to screw you every time. Five of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. This could be that you're thinking about a time where you did not have lack, where you weren't isolated. Maybe back in a job that you really enjoyed and money wasn't an object. Something, maybe it was a volunteer opportunity, or just another, back when you didn't really have to worry about money, if this is finances and career, a time when it was all about being carefree, and it was about enjoying your job. Because the potential outcome here is feeling lack because you're stuck in your memories. You're always comparing it to a better time. But again, what does better mean to you? Yeah, success. Six of Wands. Another six. You might be seeing sixes. Let me see if we have any more sixes. We have the Six of Pentacles as well. So you might be seeing a lot of sixes, right, Libra? You could be seeing a lot of sixes. There's this sense of victory. Victory, pleasure, the past. There's this sense of lack comes from thinking back to a time where you were victorious. But again, Libra, what does victory look like to you? What does pleasure look like to you? Because that could, of course, be promotion. But it could be back when enjoying your job was really all you had to do. If money was no object, Libra, what would your decision look like? What would it look like? Ask yourself. At the bottom, you've got the Two of Swords. More indecision. You're going within and you're really trying to find the answer within. You want success, but you have to remember it's all relative. If you want money, the money will come. And I know that sounds corny, but it is absolutely true, because you know why? Because you are a lot less likely to quit a job that you love, right? Love Yourself First just came out, but I haven't shuffled enough. Love yourself first. 110%. Love yourself first. In this relationship, Libra, if you are in a romantic relationship, don't deceive yourself, Libra. If you're unhappy, it's okay to admit to yourself that you're unhappy in your relationship. That is okay. But what you don't want is to be the deceptive one where you pretend to be happy and then the other person suffers because they think that you are perfectly fine. Meanwhile, you're building resentment against them. They don't deserve that either. They deserve to be with somebody who wants to be with them and feels happy by what they have to offer. If that person likes feeling, you know, staying at home and just doing the 9 to 5 every day and then just filling their time in with other things, that's fine. You know, they should have that. But if you want someone who wants to travel, you know, like you just know that you and the person that you're with are not compatible, you know, that happens all the time, like all the time. Okay? But don't lie to yourself because you're lying to this person too, and that's not you, Libra. That's not you. Express your love. Right now, I feel like the expression of love, the greatest expression of love is to be honest. Especially towards yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself first. Pay attention to the red flags. There might have been things going on in your relationship overall, but you know, that's making you see that things are not exactly the way they are meant to be. There are things in your relationship that don't mesh. You guys are not compatible. You don't have the same dreams. You don't have the same aspirations for each other or as individuals. You might be receiving signs, you know, again, synchronicities, 666 maybe, you know, sixes, lots of threes perhaps. But there's definitely this sense of, knowing what the right decision is to make, knowing what you want, but being afraid and feeling guilty that this is what you're starting to feel now. And that's normal, Libra. That's completely and totally normal. But don't lie your way through it either. Don't settle for less, whether that's a career or your romantic life. It's, you know, don't lie to yourself, because in the end, that is not a strong foundation. A foundation built on lies is going to crumble. Everything built on top of it is going to crumble. Okay, and you deserve the best. You've put in a lot of hard work here, and you know, while you regret that it didn't pay off, there's no way any one of us could know that it will or won't. It's a chance that we take, and that's okay. But most importantly, what does the 5 of Pentacles mean to you in career or in a relationship? What does this lack look like for you? This 6 of Cups, are you thinking back to a time, you know, when you and this person were better off? Are you thinking back to, you know, the 4 of Wands, when you guys finally built your stability and you felt so happy about it? You remember when things were exciting. You remember when it felt like you guys could do this for the rest of your lives, and you just feel so alone now, so isolated. You know, it's okay to feel that. It's okay, you know, with the King of Pentacles, maybe you're afraid that, you know, this person who is offering you a new commitment may not provide for you what you thought you could have with the other person that you would be leaving behind. That's okay, because for you, what does lack mean? What does the 5 of Pentacles mean? What is this lack? Because the thing is, you can have all the money in the world and it won't matter if when you wake up next to the person, your heart doesn't skip a beat. It doesn't matter if every time you roll over and hug this person, they don't hug you back. It's okay to reminisce and think of a time where you guys felt victorious being with each other. But if you stay stuck in those memories, you'll never progress forward. And unfortunately, it seems like thinking back and getting yourself trapped in the past is what's causing this sense of lack. You're not moving forward, and that even though you have all of the desire to move forward, it's this fear of, what if I make the wrong choice? By living in the past, you are already dooming yourself to lack. You're already dooming yourself to going nowhere and not achieving the things that you want. So do not settle, Libra. Okay, you've been very patient up to this point. You've been trying to combine things that don't mix, but there's a natural incompatibility here between you and this person. And for the remainder of January, it looks like you're going to start really getting into the nitty gritty. You're going to really start analyzing what it is you do want, and you might come to this realization that what you have is not enough, and that you want to move forward in something that makes you a lot happier. Be with somebody that makes you a lot happier. Maybe it's not a person who's offering you this pentacle. It may not be a new offer, but it might be the realization that you have options, and that the person that you're with doesn't have to be your last. This person could have just been, you know, a really strong connection that you had, that you learned from, a karmic relationship that you've taken your lessons from, and now it's time to move on. Because you're transforming and you're becoming even more stable in yourself. You are growing, you are prospering, and there's nothing wrong at all with missing what was in the past. But things change all the time, and our responsibility is to continue making great memories well into the future, because that becomes our past too. So what is it that makes you feel lack? And make sure that you do what is more conducive to making you feel the most amount of love possible. If what's making you feel like you lack is what you have right now, then you might want to consider the steps needed to move away from it, however that looks to you. But don't get stuck in the past, because that's not helping you at all. You are growing far, far faster and much greater than the situation that you're in. Okay, Libra? All right, my loves. Thank you so much. I tried to combine the career and love reading. I hope this resonated with you. I hope I was able to get all of the messages that you were able to see in here as well. But I feel like I was able to get this out to you fairly well. So thank you guys so much for watching, Libra. I appreciate you so much. Okay, I hope you have a great rest of your January. If this resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys next month. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your support so much. Mwah. I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye, Libra.